People who went missing. What happened? I was that kid everyone expected to become a lawyer. 3.9 GPA, debate team captain, and parents who had my entire future planned out. But one Thursday morning, I just couldn't handle it anymore. I packed a duffel bag with essentials, grabbed my savings of $380, and walked out the back door instead of getting on the school bus. My parents had been arguing all week about my college applications. Mom wanted me at Yale studying law. Dad insisted on Harvard pre-law. Neither bothered asking what I actually wanted to do with my life. That morning, Mom had thrown a stack of law school brochures at me during breakfast. That was my breaking point. I left my phone on my nightstand, bought a Greyhound ticket to Portland, and disappeared completely. I knew they'd track my phone, so abandoning it was essential for my escape plan. I'd been secretly planning this for months, researching how to start over without anyone finding me. In Portland, I found a small room above a coffee shop in the Arts District. The owner, Maya, was this kind woman who didn't ask questions when I paid 2 months' rent up front in cash. I told her I was 19, showed fake documents I'd ordered online, and she accepted my story. I got a job as a barista at her coffee shop. Maya paid me under the table and let me take home leftover pastries. She'd lost her daughter in an accident and kind of adopted me as family. Every afternoon, she'd teach me about running a business, managing inventory, dealing with customers. Meanwhile, my face was all over the news back home. Missing honor student with a bright future ahead. My parents offered a $75,000 reward for information. They hired multiple private investigators, posted my photos everywhere, but I'd changed my appearance completely. Dark hair, different clothes, new mannerisms. Nobody recognizes a coffee shop worker. 8 months passed. I was genuinely happy for the first time in years. I discovered I loved hospitality and small business management. The coffee shop became my sanctuary where I could be myself. Maya was teaching me everything about entrepreneurship. I started developing ideas for my own business someday. Then one afternoon, this woman ordered a latte and kept staring at me behind the counter. My heart stopped when I realized it was my Aunt Sarah, Mom's sister. She'd always been the rebel of the family, the one who became an artist instead of following the traditional career path everyone expected. I tried hiding in the storage room, but she followed me back there. I thought she was going to call my parents immediately. Instead, she looked at me and said, "You look healthier, more like yourself." Turns out she'd tracked me down weeks ago. She'd seen a photo I'd secretly sent to my younger brother through an encrypted app. The background showed a unique mural she recognized from visiting Portland. Aunt Sarah had been quietly checking on me, making sure I was safe and thriving, but never told my parents my location. She understood why I'd disappeared. She'd done something similar at 20. She told me my brother was struggling without me, but my parents were completely frantic. They'd hired their 4th private investigator. Mom had stopped working. Dad was seeing a therapist for the first time ever. I felt terrible guilt, but I wasn't ready to return home yet. Aunt Sarah surprised me by saying I didn't have to go back. She offered to help me file legal emancipation papers if that's what I wanted. "But first," she said seriously, "you have to call them. They need to know you're alive and safe. After that phone call, it's completely your choice what happens next." That evening, I called home using her phone. Mom answered on the first ring. She broke down sobbing when she heard my voice. Dad grabbed the phone. They were both crying, asking where I was, begging me to come home immediately. I explained everything about the pressure, the constant fighting over my future, how I'd found something I was passionate about, how I wasn't coming back but wasn't lost or in danger anymore. There was a long silence. Then Mom said something that completely shocked me. "I'm sorry we never asked what you wanted. We just assumed we knew what was best." It took 18 months before I visited.